Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. Today, we'll begin lesson number 8, the railway station. So, please take out your book. The student will begin the chapter. So, this is a poem, The Railway Station. We all want to own beautiful things. We all imagine what life would be like if we had lots and lots of money and were able to buy what we wanted. The poet wants to buy a railway station with his money. Let us read what plans he has with the railway station. Think about what if you wanted a railway station as well. So, students, we all want beautiful things in our life, right? We all want to buy so many things which we think of, but sometimes we could not, right? But imagine if you have lot of money, if you have lots of money, then what are the things which you are going to buy with that money? What are the things which you imagine that if you have so much of money you will buy? So this poet of this poem, he wants to buy a railway station with his money. This poet wants to buy a railway station with his money. So let us read that what plans he has got with the railway station, and you just imagine that what will you do with the railway station if you have so much of money, and if you want a railway station, then what are the plans which you will imagine in your mind that you will do in your railway station? So let us begin the poem. If I had all the money that is buried in the sea, I would buy a railway station all to belong to me. So in these lines, the poet says that if you have a lot of money, the money which is buried in the sea, he will buy a railway station which will belong to him. So the poet wants to buy a railway station with the money which is buried in the sea. Okay. So this is an imaginary thing which the poet is thinking, that he wants to buy a railway station with the money which is buried in the sea. A real big railway station with engines red and green, on which I would drive to places where I have never been. So the poet wants to buy a big railway station with the money, and the engines of the train should be in red and green color, on which he would drive to places where he has never been. So he wants to go to the places where he has never been with the engine which is red and green in color, and he wants to buy a real big railway station. Now page number 74. At every country station, the folks would stand in rows and watch me whizzing past them and shout out, "There he goes." So the poet is saying that when he'll go to the places with the engine, at every station from where he'll pass, the people who are standing at the railway station, they will shout at him that there he goes, that there the boy is going with the in the train, and they will look at him, look at the boy who is going with the train. And the folks is people who are standing in the train in a line in on the railway station in the line. So the जो भीड़ थी वो जो खड़े होके उसको देखेगी जाते हुए, वो चिल्लाएंगे कि देखो वो जा रहा है boy. So this is the poet is imagining. Then, when I am tired of driving, I would call my men and say, "Bring me 100 trucks, lads. I am going to shunt today." So, but the boy is saying that when he'll get tired of driving the engine, he will call his men, he will call the people, and he'll ask them to bring 100 trucks so that he can shunt the train from to a different place. That means the poet is saying that when he'll get tired of driving, so he will ask the boys, the workers, to bring 100 trucks. Lads means boys. Lads is another term for boys. So this boy, the driver of the engine, who is the poet himself, he is saying that he'll ask the boys to shunt the train. Shunt means moving the train from to a different place. So he's saying that he will not drive, he will shunt the train. He will put the train in 100 trucks, and then then it will be moved from one place to another. Then up and down my railway I would clatter, bump and clang, and fix up some fog signals and listen to them bang. Then he's saying that at the railway station he would fix up the fog signals. There are fog signals on the railway track, so he's saying that he will repair it and he'll listen to them banging. He'll listen to them banging. Now, and all the bigger fellows who live along our street would call in at my office and I would say, take a seat. Now, all the bigger fellows, all the bigger fellows is the people who work with them. So all the people who live along the street, they would come to his office, and then so proudly he will say to take them a seat. So he's saying that the people who the rich people who live along the lane, they will come to his office, and when they will come to his office, the poet will ask them to take a seat. Like if you visit to someone's office, they ask you to take a seat, right? So this poet is imagining that when they'll come to his office, he will ask them to take a seat. You would like a shot at driving? Well, if you feel inclined, I will see. And they would answer, you are really awful kind. And then he will ask those people who come to his office that, would you like to drive? If you want, you can take drive in the train. And then those people who are sitting in the office, they'll say, you are really awfully kind, that you are very kind that he is offering his train to them for driving. But my only train's a toy one that I got from Uncle Ned, so I will have to work my railway while I am fast asleep in bed. So the boy says that the only train I've got for now, the train he's got is a toy train which he got from Uncle Ned. So Uncle Ned has given him a toy train, and the only way where he can think of buying a railway station is in his dream when he is in bed. When he fell asleep, then only he can imagine of buying a railway station. So this boy, the poet of this poem, is a boy who is thinking of buying of a railway station with the money, with lot of money. If he's got lot of money, the money is he think that is in the sea, and this boy wants to buy a railway station where he will buy a train engine, and then he'll go to different places where he has never been. And he is thinking that the people will shout at him, and they will praise him that he is so rich. And then he thinks that he'll offer his train to people, those who are visiting his office, and they will praise him that he is very kind that is offering his train to him. But all these things which he imagined was in his dream. He can only fulfill all his thinking in his dream when he fell asleep in bed, because it is not real. He cannot afford buying a railway station. No one can afford buying a railway station, right? But in his dreams he can buy a railway station. So I hope you understood this poem. You just read it again and find the difficult words of this poem and their meanings in the dictionary. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.